Hi y'all, and welcome to another episode of Really Sizzling, and tonight we are having Carne Asada tacos, better known as street tacos that you can find on like little taco trucks and little Mexican restaurants that you can go into. Sometimes they'll serve their Carne Asada street tacos. So I'm going to show you what a street taco is. And first up, we're going to start here with our steak. We got some flank steak here. We got maybe about 2 to 3 pounds of steak. So I'm going to cut up some steak into little bite-sized pieces, which is going to take me a few minutes. And then we're going to get these guys ready to go into some marinade. So I'm just going to cut some meat. You want to cut your meat good. There we go. I'll give you a little demonstration here so I don't waste all my time. About like this, you know, little pieces of meat. And you can imagine that these are going to cook, and they're going to cook down really nice and be really tasty. So we're going to get all this meat cut up into little cubes of meat here that we're going to work on for our carne asada. And we're going to come back and we are going to work on our marinade, which is going to make the flavor of this meat pop and come alive. It's going to move at you. It's just going to come right alive. Okay, I shouldn't do that. Animal noises on my meat. Okay, it's just evil. It's bad. Alright, so coming up next. Alright y'all, so I got our meat cut up here into little bite-sized pieces. You can kind of see what I'm looking for here. And now we're going to cover it up with some orange juice. A couple cups of orange juice right in there. And now we're going to add in some lime. So add in a good whole lime in here. Let me just squeeze this on up. Slippery lime. Ah! There we have it. So after this, we're gonna get all of our seasonings in. Drop that one. Shoot. Cut. I'm joking. All right. So we have all this stuff in here, and my hands are all slippery. Add a little bit of cinnamon over the tops of that. A little bit of cumin over the tops of that. Some chili powder. A little bit of pepper. And then I'm also going to put some garlic. Alright, and here it goes. Here's some garlic. Lots of garlic. You don't have any fresh cloves. I'm reserving mine for my rice, so I'm going to use some garlic powder in here. And basically your street taco is mainly about the meat because there's not much for toppings. So there's just some cilantro that we're going to put on it and some onion, and that does it for street tacos. So this marinade we're going to sit out while we start preparing everything else. You can refrigerate up to 8 hours. You can sit this meat out for about a good 30 minutes to 1 hour while you're preparing everything else and get it ready to go here. And this little marinated meat right there is going to taste lovely once we get this stuff grilled up and put right onto our street tacos. So we're going to be singing a fiesta here soon. So let's get working here onto our Spanish rice, onto our beans. Next up, we're going to start working here on our rice. So we got a couple cups of rice here, and we're going to add in some olive oil right over the tops of that. Just drizzle it over. And we're going to add in some broth. No water, just broth. I did about 2.5 cups, so we're going to go about 3 cups of broth, maybe about like that. We can come back as needed. A little bit more for good measure. There we go. So this is going to be part of our base here for our rice. We're going to add in some tomatoes and some vegetables into here. So we're going to add in some bell peppers and some cilantro. So let's start getting our tomatoes up and our vegetables in. We're going to add in a can of tomatoes and a little bit of tomato paste to kind of make a tomato sauce. So we're adding some tomatoes and a little bit of tomato paste. Maybe a couple spoonfuls or so. Get it nice and tomatoey in here. And then we're going to start adding in some seasonings. start with half a can and work on up. I'm gonna give this a good stir in here. That's the base of our Spanish rice or Mexican rice. Nice and tomatoey. It's gonna turn that beautiful golden red kind of color that you get in there. Add some pepper, of course a little bit of pepper. And we're gonna add in a little bit of chili powder. And in a second we're gonna get some paprika too. Let me get some cumin in. A little bit of cumin and some garlic. There we go. Okay, so seasonings are on in here. In a few minutes I'll add in some paprika. Let me first start here on this vegetables. Saving this lime here for later. We're going to add in some cilantro. So just like usual, just kind of cut the leaves off of our cilantro. And then a good handful of cilantro into this rice. Don't want too much, you don't want too little. We got some cilantro. And we're going to add in some little bell pepper guys. So we're going to chop off the tops. What I do is I chop them in half. I take out the seeds in the middle, toss the seeds out to the side. I lay them down like so, and then I just chop them on up into little rings. And we're gonna put these guys on in here too with this rice. And these guys smell fantastic. I'm gonna do about 3 or 4 of these guys. Or for regular bell pepper sizes, about half to 1 bell pepper, depending on how bell peppery you like it. So we're gonna go with some red to bring out that beautiful red that we have going in here into our Spanish rice or Mexican rice. And take out the seeds. So this is going to be a really flavorful rice and recipe here. And after we finish with this, we're going to get our beans ready, which I'm going to get some beans and puree them basically into refried beans and season those guys on up. There we go. And another little bell pepper guy. There's a lot of these little bell pepper guys. If you want it to, you can put some jalapenos or some pepperoncinis in there. I just kind of put some really good ingredients in there. If it's spicy, it can go in there. If it has some spice and some flavor. Alrighty. So that's going to be the basis for our rice here. I'll dabble and add some paprika in a second. We're going to cover this and we are going to let him go ahead and come up to a nice good simmer. There's some little bit of red pepper flakes in there and the paprika. Can't forget the paprika. He's got to come to the party. There you go. Just a little bit of paprika for that party. So you got all those beautiful ingredients in there into that rice, and it's really pretty looking. So this is going to be the Mexican rice in a few minutes here, and you're going to kind of notice this is all going to take on a nice, really golden color and some flavor in there. It's going to be really good to eat. So let's get him boiled on up, and let's start working on to our beans now. And then at the end here, we're going to frap our meat, put on the tacos, have our taco station ready to go, so we can heat up our tortillas and have all of our taco toppings, which our taco toppings are just going to be radishes, lime, and then onions and cilantro. So 4 simple ingredients, not even cheese. So I mean, if you wanted to use some queso cheese, you could, but just traditionally, no cheese at all. No cheese is even needed because the flavoring is all in the meat. All right, y'all, so I have some pre-cooked beans here. I'm gonna put some cilantro in, a little bit of garlic right on into here. I like to make some cilantro-y seasoned beans here. I'll take and blend this up together. Alright, so I just add a little bit of olive oil into here, into our beans. And put on the blender lid and you'll kind of just watch it go down and blend. And this is a neat little black bean, pinto bean mix here with our cilantro and our garlic. Good to the last drop, I promise. You can add a little bit of queso in here if you want to, or some Monterey Jack. If you're wanting some cheese, These. But it's nice and seasoned. You can see the cilantro right on in there. It's got the olive oil, so it's nice and creamy and good. So I just kind of put this on to about a 2 or 3, kind of low here, and just kind of let this stuff just come up to heat. And there's some refried beans here. And if you look over here, our Mexican rice is beginning to cook, and it smells divine and delicious. You want to kind of stir around your Mexican rice throughout its cooking. That way it does not stick. Even though it's in a non-stick skillet with olive oil, still you got to be careful with your rice. So I can tell you just by smelling it, it smells really, really good. So here's our rice, and here's this, and we're gonna start getting ready with our meat coming up next, and our toppings. All right, y'all, so we're gonna start working here on our topping station, and basically, like I said, just cilantro. Let's get some cilantro out here, and we're gonna cut it up. Let's chop up some cilantro. God, this smells awesome. I love the smell of cilantro. And I'm just gonna make a little topping station plate over here. So, there she goes. And then we have some radish. I'm just gonna chop up some radish like so. It doesn't have to be special. The radish just kind of goes right onto the taco too, and it looks pretty. After this, we're going to chop up some onion, where my eyes are going to burn out of their sockets. Working with like red pepper and all this like weird seasonings. But you know what's going to get me? The onion, folks. It does it every time. This just smells really good in here. We're going to check again on our rice after we finish our toppings. And we should start getting everything ready to go for our tacos. So our meat can join the party. It has been marinating now for about a good 20-30 minutes. So there we have it. And then we're going to get some limes. I just chop up a couple pieces of limes like so. And those just go right with the taco to squirt some lime juice over the top of the tacos. And there we have our taco topping station. Let's get our onion up next. Don't forget the onion. Evil, evil thing. And make me cry. It's like freaking tear gas, I swear. My eyes are just gonna burn out of their sockets. I just painted my nails too. Over here peeling the onion with my red painted nails. I went with red tonight. Try to look festival-y, like a fiesta. A summertime taco fiesta. So this is a meal that's good any time of the year. In my opinion, you can have it 365 days a year and it just won't get old to me. I love little street tacos. All right, and so is everyone else. They're all getting impatient for food. So we're gonna chop up an onion as quickly as I can so it doesn't keep my eyes burning. I'm going to go with about half an onion for now, and if I need more of that evil onion, I can do it in a little bit here. There we go. Onion, onion, onion. He's not too bad yet. My mascara is not running down my face, so I'm doing okay. I swear they need like onion eyeglasses or like eyewear, something you can wear in the kitchen when you chop onions. But, you know, it's usually the women at home cooking and stuff, and they're like killing their eyeballs. It should be fashionable too for us ladies in the kitchen cooking. Fashionable onion eyewear. Now on sale for $19.95. Just plain. All right. spicy little guy. Okay, so let's get our onion up here. That looks good. What do you do? Maybe about 2/3 of an onion. So our taco topping station is ready and our meat's been marinating, and we've got our beans over here cooking, sizzling these beans away, and we've got our rice just coming up real fine here. Look at that nice coloration to that rice. Oh yeah. Just as I said, when we get done with our taco topping station, our rice is going to be just about done. So we're going to let this rice over here rest on very, very low to keep warm. Let that steam get in there and let that rice continue to plump up really good and tender. That's a beautiful color to that rice. So you get that really beautiful restaurant orangey red. What is it, like a rust type color to it. It's going to be good. All right. So let's get our meat on up next and our tortillas, and we're about ready to have a fiesta coming up on Lily Sizzling. Have a fiesta taco party. So when your rice is just about done cooking and it's just in the plumping phase, what I do is I take just a couple more spoonfuls of the tomato paste and run it around in here. Kind of brings out some more of that beautiful tomato flavor. I just re-tomato my rice. Oh heck yeah. That stuff is good rice. I have a weakness for Mexican rice, and there it is right there in a big pan. Just give me a fork, I'm done, I've had it, that's my dinner. All right, so let's get ready with this taco station and let's get these tacos made on up. Next. All right folks, so I have here is our meat, and it smells really good too. So we're gonna get our meat on up here into our skillet. Turn this on and fry these little guys. Just try not to get most of the juice into the pan. Kind of drain your meat. All right, I think there we have it. There's fish around in there. There we go. So just reserve the juice. You don't want the juice. You don't cook with the juice. The juice is just marinated. So we have our meat here, and we're going to get this stuff ready to start frying up, and everything else is just about done. So we're going to get our tortillas warmed up and our meat. Okay, next. So we have, or Sizzletastic, I should say.
Sizzletastic.
Why am I doing saying fantastic? It's not Lily's fantastic cooking. It's Lily's sizzling cooking. Sizzletastic rice. So we got our meat over here.
You've been munching on this whole time.
Yeah, I know. I keep sitting over here like munching on it like every few takes. I mean, it's good.
There's going to be no rice left before it's served up.
Nope. It's going to all be gone. So there's our meat, folks, and we're going to cook our meat here about a 6-7 for about 15 minutes or so. So it should heat up nice and good. Meantime, everything else is just about done. Our beans are nice and done. We're going to turn these to a very, very low or off. Our rice, she's now steaming and nice and hot and done.
Go on, another bite.
Yeah, I know, just an excuse to take.
30 seconds later, or more.
It's really good rice.
You're sneaking out here at 3 o'clock in the morning, dipping in the frozen rice in the fridge.
I love rice. It's like my favorite thing to eat is rice. I love Spanish rice or Mexican rice. It's like awesome. Just like fried rice, so I like fried rice as well. Okay, so we're gonna heat up the tortillas and we're gonna finish up with this, and we're gonna get everything ready to go here for our little street taco fiesta. We're gonna make some margaritas real quick. I got here about a dozen ice cubes. We're gonna add in a little bit of this stuff. We'll add in more if we need. A little bit of tequila, not too much. Don't want to get your patrons too drunk.
Cameraman.
Yeah, I know. Alright, we have some nice Margaritas to go
looks
with
awesome.
our Fiesta. And you can take some salt here, and another trick to get your salt on is you can take your finger here and get a little bit of this stuff on your finger, rub it around the glass, and then dip it into your salt. I didn't get enough on my finger. Excuse me, I'm timid about like alcohol. I don't like it. There we go. There we go. Now we got a nice salty little margarita. And it's nice and slushy. And you give your patrons who are eating your food a margarita, and you take a lime, folks. You get a lime and you grab a knife. Don't drink before you cut your margarita lime. That would just be frightening. Alrighty, and you take your lime, and I make a little incision in the middle so you get a little happy smiley face lime here, like a little Pac-Man. And I put that little Pac-Man lime right on the sides of the margarita. There we go, side by side, two nice limes. And there you have it. There's your margarita to go with your Fiesta. And so we got our meat cooking up here. And if you can take your eyes off the margarita for a second, follow me to the meat. And our meat's just about done here. It's getting nice and sauteed inside of all this juice and flavorings. There's a little bit of that juice got in there. Any excuse to get to the rice, right? I'm like... So this is my plate right here, and this is my rice.
All rice.
Yeah, I know. All rice. Just forego the tacos. What was I cooking again? So I've got some rice here. I've got some beans. And then I'll put my tacos and my meat up in a few seconds here onto this, and I'll go over to my taco topping station here while we're plating this all up. Oh, that looks beautiful. I'm going to take just a little pinch of this cilantro and right over the top. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm going to flip our tortillas here. Careful not to burn my fingers off. I seem to misplace my tongs. Ryland's in here. All the cats are in here. Everyone's like smelling my food. Like baby's impatient.
Cat.
She's upset. Like cats. I think I had one on the table earlier. Yeah, there's just cat everywhere. So I have 6 cats. I have Luma, Link, Ryland, Evie, Rita, and my mom's cat's Armando, and he's just kind of like an outdoor tomcat. We found him at a barn, so I rescued him, and he was found at a barn. And he's a nice cat, though. He's just really skittish, and I never ever see him.
The ghost cat.
Yeah, I know he is. He doesn't like people, so I just kind of feed him, and he comes and goes as he pleases. So, but my main cats are my 5 little cats inside the house. Ryland being one of them. He's my big love Holcomb cat. I love that cat. I even wrote a book after him, so if you come over to my website, Sizzletastic.com, you're going to see a whole new section up that I've been working on. We're going to start getting this up here of t-shirts and books and DVDs and games and everything. It's going to come to you on Sizzletastic.com. You're going to be able to see it all in a section to buy it. All this stuff helps fund the show, so if you like to watch me cook on YouTube or wherever you like to watch me cook or see my recipes or whatever, you can come fund the show and buy something and bring it home. It makes a good Christmas gift, which we're in August, so Christmas is like 4 months away. So it's not always bad to do a little bit of early Christmas shopping. So you want to buy Dragon's Gold, You Ate My Pie, and Ryland's Tale for Christmas. I mean, you get a couple board games, a card game, and basically a book and some t-shirts for Christmas, and your kids will be like really happy. I mean, it's some fun stuff. So you can come see all those things demonstrated too on my YouTube channel, and just keep watching all that good stuff. So we're waiting for their tortillas to cook while I'm giving you a cheap promo plug here. Or just go click my Google ads. That's what I tell people to do on Facebook. Click my Google ads.
It's frowned upon.
I don't care. Click my dang Google ads. So our tortillas are done. Or leave them open face like this. And when they're done, I mean, like you get like a little bit of that kind of grill mark on you, like you got a grill, or You know, just kind of like what I call the Denmark. Ryland's gonna get up on the table and eat my toppings! No! He's after him! I've gotta hurry, he's gonna eat my toppings! He always says this to me. He hops up on the table and he eats
They're sharking it. There's the other one.
Yeah, they shark my food. They just wait for me. They're like, "Ooh, Lily, it smells good, Lily."
Link is Ryland in training.
I know, Link is in training. So I'm gonna add some meat on top of these little taco guys here, and we're gonna go put the toppings on over at our topping station at the dinner table. We cannot let that little piece of meat escape. Ouch! There will be no escapees, Mr. Carne Asada meat. And so see, it's kind of like simple, and you don't need much meat to do it. But the average is like about 3 little tacos or so. That meat's nice and done. Yeah, I know, take 2. No, I'm gonna put some onions on top of my tacos here.
Yeah, 42.
A little handful of onions. Just right on top there. A little bit of cilantro. Cilantro. And a couple little radishes. And I'm gonna grab a lime or 2 here. That way I can squeeze that on up here. And there you have it, folks. This is street tacos here on Lily Sizzling, complete with a margarita if you're into that type of stuff. And so I hope you enjoyed this lovely episode of Street Tacos. This is going to be fantastic. I'm going to love to eat every single bite of this. Sizzletastic. It will be Sizzletastic. I'll love to eat every single bite of this plate.
Of the Sizzletastic plate.
Yes, of the Sizzletastic plate. It is a Sizzletastic plate. So come watch us on youtube.com/Lily Sizzling, facebook.com/Sizzletastic. I made it really easy now, so you can come like my page by just going to Sizzletastic on Facebook. So facebook.com/Sizzletastic, because it's Sizzletastic. And don't forget Sizzletastic.com, where you can come watch the videos and I get some more in-depth insight onto the show. And I hope you enjoyed this episode here. And if you can remember how we made our rice here, we start with our rice, our tomato sauce, our tomato paste, our broth. We add our stock, and we added in all those good seasonings and the little guys here, bell pepper guys, and garlic and cilantro and all that good stuff. And then we made our beans here. I took 2 different types of beans. I took black and pinto beans, had them heated up, and then I put them in the blender, and then I creamed them into this with a little bit of olive oil, with garlic, with some more bell peppers, and with this stuff here, cilantro. And then I took our steak here, and we had our steak waiting in a marinade of orange juice, turmeric, and not turmeric, cumin, and there's pepper, all that stuff, garlic, everything. And then I had our little taco station here ready to go, and then I basically just put it all together, and we had a taco party here. And so tacos, it's Taco Friday. I need to go have a celebration after this. This is awesome tacos. So thank you for joining, and enjoy your Sizzletastic street tacos. Bon appetit, y'all. Bye for now.